What's going on, folks? Welcome back to Kicking It with Kaz, episode 72. Fuck me till my balls are blue. I'm sorry, that was aggressive. Nobody needed to hear that, and that was a little misogynistic, wasn't it? Right? That wasn't very feminist ally queen of me, and I'm terribly sorry for doing that to you. Sorry, that wasn't funny. Listen, somebody actually said that to me the other day. Crazy. That's why I was on the tip of my tongue. I didn't just say it because I thought of it. I'm not sick. Somebody said that to me the other day. I was at, I don't know if you've ever heard of Portillo's. If you have and you don't live in the Chicagoland area, you don't live where there's a fucking Portillo's. It's like a burger joint. Think of it as like an In-N-Out. I know somebody's like, oh my God, don't even compare them. Fuck your California, fuck your West Coast liberal ass, okay? Dude, fuck your weed smoking, okay, equal rights bullshit. I don't even want to hear it right now. Everybody's equal, open-toe flip-flops. I rest my case. Sorry. Anyways, somebody literally said that to me the other day. I was outside of a Portillo's or something. No, I was a Portillo. I was inside the Portillo's, not sexually, but physically. And I was inside this restaurant, Portillo's, of course, and I was inside this Portillo's. Say Portillo's again, Anthony. No, hold on. Let me have a moment with myself. Hey, dude, can you get your fucking shit together? Okay? Because there's people and they want a show and you're kind of just fucking it up. Thanks. So I'm in this Portillo's, right? I'm in the line and I'm standing there. And when you order, then they bring you over. They got this one big counter. They do one big counter that's like 80 feet away from where they give you your... I don't know why the fuck they do this. They like to separate things. Okay. So anyways... They like to separate it like they do. I'm at the one counter. I order. Then they go, hey, can you jog 1.5 miles and then go pick up your food over there? I don't know why the fuck they... So I'm jogging. I'm sweaty as hell. I get there, basically 30 miles away. And I'm standing. They do this little rhyme thing. And they go, so for example, like somebody's like, they're like, order 66, I'll suck your dick, right? And they're pretty aggressive about it. Like they'll say it once, but then like a lot of people, the reason they do it is because people, they're on their fucking phone and they're scrolling and shit, God forbid they fucking lift their eyes up and pretend like they're just pondering, God forbid they just stand there and, don't look amused and get a hit of dopamine. You know what I'm saying? God forbid. By the way, I'm one of these people. I'm not shitting on you guys. You kidding me, dude? I stand in that line immediately. I'm on the weather app. And I'm like, what's going on? What? What's the temperature in Barbados right now? It just came to me. Like, what's going on there? Is it cool? What's going on in Barbados? So I'm looking at the weather in Barbados, and that's what everybody's doing. Anyways, they get to my order number, and the guy goes... Order number 72, I'll fuck you till your balls are blue. And I get my food and I'm like, what? And he covers the mic, leans in, he goes, you heard me, slapped me on the ass. Then he winked at me. Now listen, I let him get away with it because it's Pride Month and I'm an ally. But any other month, I'm going to let him do the same thing. But that's beside the point. Listen, I'm non-confrontational. I'm not a confrontational person at all. Listen, this is how I like to, I'm so non-confrontational, I've seen it irritate people. Because if I think the confrontation is not going to be worth my time, I won't even get into it. Just because I don't want to be having the conversation. So there's been a lot of times where people want to argue with me, and even if I think, like, somebody could say the most insane shit, they're like, why do we keep, someone could look me in the eyes, look me dead in the eyes, look me dead in the soul and say, honestly, everybody wants an abortion so bad. Listen, how about we just birth every child and give them AR-15s? And I would look that man dead in the eyes and say, you know what? Fuck yeah. Hoorah, brother, hoorah. And I would walk away because I don't want to keep having this conversation. So you want to say some crazy shit, I'll fucking one-up you. I'll take it to the level that you're afraid to go to. I'll take it to the level that you're afraid to even look at. I'll take it to the floor on the elevator that you wouldn't dare press, okay? That you wouldn't dare step foot upon. I'm on that floor. Or vice versa. You want to go lower? You want to go into the basement? I'll go into the Earth's core, bitch. You want to go into the basement? I'll go into the Earth's core. Because I don't like to, if I don't want to converse, I am not conversing. I won't do it. I won't, people be like, be polite. Fuck you. No, I don't want to. So anyways, I'm very non-confrontational. It's kind of like that's what the point I was trying to get across. And the thing is, too, by the way, I think the reason I've gotten even more non-confrontational, I've been meditating a lot. I have. I do like 10, 15 minutes every morning. It keeps me locked in, dude. I already feel very enlightened. To the point, funny enough, 2-3 weeks ago, this motherfucker, he got so mad at me. He was clearly having a bad day, and I didn't really care. And so there was a lot of traffic. I was at a mall. I needed to shop. And everybody's zooming, right? And listen, if you've ever driven in Chicago, here's what I like to say. Cut everybody off. That's because everybody cuts everybody off. And I know it's not the right thing to do, but that's how you got to fucking drive down here, because nobody's going to be like, oh my God, hold on. Let me stop all of this fucking traffic so you could squeeze in. No, you go, get in. You don't, it's not, oh my God, yes, please. It's, I'm going now. And if you don't stop, we're going to crash. And that's how you got to drive. So that's how I'm driving, obviously, because I'm a Chicago citizen. And that's how we drive here. And so look, did I cut him off? Yeah. Did 3 people in front of me cut 3 other people off? Yes. Yes. Did I cut him off? Absolutely. I mean, get the cameras going. I'm going to plead guilty 10 out of 10 times. But did the 3 people in front of me do the same shit? Yes. Does that make it okay? No. But it makes it all right. It didn't make it okay, but it made it a little okay. Anyways, the guy, right, I mean, he thinks he's big tough guy over here. And he pulls up next to me at the red light. He speeds. He got so angry. He's like, meow. And he pulls up next to my fucking 05 Camry. I don't know why I just caught a stray. I don't know if I just made fun of myself. Yeah, he pulls up to me in my piece of shit, rusted bucket of crap. Like, I don't know why I just caught a stray. Anyways, pulls up next to me. And I'm like, ew, what the? And he's like, yeah, he's like, roll down your window. I'm like, fucking, okay. I roll it down. He's like, hey, you just cut me off back there. And I was like, yeah. And right away, because I'm Zen. You have to remember, I'm Zen now because I meditate and I drink tea leaves. I meditate, I drink tea leaves, and I'm a different person. And I get 10 minutes of sunlight in the morning, and I follow Andrew Huberman. Shout out Hubie, my hubby. Shout out my hubby Hubie. If you don't listen to Andrew Huberman, you're probably gonna die in 3 years. And so anyways, I'm so zen. I'm feeling alive. I feel fantastic, and I don't even respect negativity. So this guy, once again, bam, pulls up. I roll down my window. He looks at me. He goes, hey, you just cut me off. I go, yeah. Flabbergasted that I just admitted it. And he goes, you got to watch where you're fucking driving. I go, I know, man. That's my bad. I got to get better at this. He was like, he was like, yeah. And then he didn't know what to say anymore. Then he just started agreeing with me. So I would be like, yeah, that's my bad. He's like, fuck it. Yeah, it is. I'm like, I'll do better next time. My fault, man. He's like, yeah, you fucking will do better next time, man. He's like having a stroke in the front seat. He's like, yeah, yeah. And I saw him drive away real slow, like shaking his head, like, did I win that or did he? I don't. He was like shaking his head. He's like, did I win that argument? Did I win that argument? I don't even know. I don't even know if I won. Is that a win if he just agreed? And then right before he's about to drive off though, I go, hey man, but have a nice day. I'm just happy we didn't crash. And he was like, he just started rolling up his window. He couldn't even get a word out. He's like, what the fuck is wrong? Dude, that was the best moment ever. Because sure, I've had times where people are like, watch where you're fucking going. I was like, I'll watch where I'm going when I want to watch where I'm going. I'll watch wherever the fuck I want to watch, Jagoff, right? But instead, it felt even better. Weirdly enough, it felt even better because he was like just so at the end of it all, he was the one. He was so pissed because he didn't get a reaction out of me. He didn't get that rage out of me, or he didn't get to see me start crying. I don't know what he was hoping for, but he just didn't, And I was like, you know what, man? I will work on my driving, and I'll make sure I look better next time. But I'm just happy you're okay. And he's like, fuck, damn, fuck this, right? Oh man, so that's great. So next time you do that, man, listen, just agree with the person. Right? Even if you're not in the wrong, because that'll really, right? Like, even if it wasn't your fault, but they're pissed and you just start agreeing with them, they're like, oh my God, holy shit. Then they're going to start thinking that they're right. Because they knew they were wrong when they pulled up next to you, and then you start agreeing with them, and they're like, wait, maybe that did happen, and they're just going to be fucking mind-fucked. I bet that guy went home to his wife, and he was like, you'll never believe this piece of shit I met in traffic. He cut me off and then he apologized. I mean, what a dick. He cut me off and then he was like, I'm sorry, it won't happen again. Like, what a jag-off. Oh, man. Woo, dude. Listen, welcome to the show, you little beauties. I can't fucking remember what I was going to talk about. I'm sorry the episode's a day late. Let's start there. I recorded an episode yesterday. Listen, I don't know what was wrong with me yesterday. I was feeling very agitated. I started throwing things. Then my blood sugar, I think, was low. So then I ate an entire bag of chips and guac and drank 2 Costco margaritas. It was 3 p.m, all right? Listen, what are you fucking, all right? What are you, the liquor police? Fucking jag-off. Yeah, dude. I mean, what are you, fucking alcoholics? The alcohol annihilator. Fucking loser. But anyways, listen, it was 2 drinks. All right. Sometimes, and I did that because I was gonna re-record the shit show. I was just getting very mad. Like, it wasn't like, if I could have posted it and it would have been funny, but it was kind of just me just screaming for like 30 minutes, but like at myself. Like, it was like a really sad, like the first 10 minutes you would have been like, this is hilarious. And then like 20 minutes in, you're like, oh, this isn't a bit. I think he needs help. And so that's why I didn't want to post it, obviously, because it was just, it was a moment. And I just started yelling, and I was just getting mad. And it was mainly because I had like some emails, and then people were telling me I'm behind on something, but I wasn't behind, but maybe I was, but I don't remember because I didn't get the email. I don't know. Whole thing. Not a big deal. So that's what I'm recording today. I am sweating my absolute vagine off right now, though. I decided that it would be a good idea to, what's that called? What is that called? Pre-workout. I put pre-workout. I double scooped it though, which I've actually never done with this pre-workout because it's already like too much. It's one of those pre-workouts that says on the bottle, like, never have to double scoop again. And then I double scooped it. I think it actually says, I'm almost positive on this bottle, do not double scoop. Like I think it says 1 serving a day, actually. I think is what the FDA limit is on there. And I'm starting to understand why. I'm itchy, I'm very sweaty, and I shit like 4 times in 30 minutes. So it is working, is what I don't know why I drank it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it'll make me funnier, I think, or something. It hasn't. I mean, I would have been the same amount of funny, but instead I'm just like really itchy and kind of violent. But not in like a want to hit people kind of way, but like I'm starting to feel like overly confident in my lifting abilities. Like, I'm looking at that door right now and I could throw it off the hinges. You give me, I get a good grip on that fucker and I'll rip it right off. I'll rip it right off, man. But yeah, so that's how I'm feeling right now. New York, we got to talk about that. I'm actually happy that that was honestly a blessing in disguise that yesterday's episode didn't work out and that I had to record this a day late and post it a day late, because I wouldn't have been able to talk about New York. It looks like Blade Runner. It's like well, that's what people have been saying online, which, by the way, anyways, hold on. I'll get into everything that I want to say. Let me get a sip first. So anyways, New York. And by the way, it started in Canada, though, by the way. It started in Canada. And so what's going on is there's a wildfire in Canada, and the smoke is moving southern, right? It's moving, I don't know, wind or something. I don't know how that happened. I'm assuming wind, or maybe it's something to do with the spinach of the globe. I don't know. I'm not an archaeologist or whoever the fuck handles that shit. Or a globe. What's that thing called? Who's the people that do the weather? Like a barometer? No, that's a thing. Who are the weather people? They know, right? Anyways, the weather people were like, it's because of this. I didn't listen. So it's going down into New York. If you saw the videos of New York, which I'm assuming all of you did in the pictures, the air quality was severely dangerous. But the funniest part about it was that nobody was giving a fuck about Canada. Like, Canada's wilderness is burning. And all I saw was, oh my God, look, New York looks like like Blade Runner. Oh my God, guys, look outside. New York looks like an indie film. Dude. And that's honestly, this has made me I thought it before, what I'm about to say, but this has only further proved my point that our generation cannot take any, like, serious of historical event in a serious manner. We can't take it in a serious manner because we've lived through so many, and we've become so desensitized and numb to this type of shit. I keep seeing videos from New York where, like, people are on two sides. Either one side, I saw a video of a dude who was like, everybody said that there's smoke outside, but I'm outside. I want all the smoke. I'm like, dude, no, you don't. You don't. Stop breathing right now and go inside, because you shouldn't. It's either people didn't give a fuck, right? And they look at it and they're like, air quality 500. No, it ain't. I'm going to go outside. Like, dude, like, people literally, the news was like, this is dangerous. This is really dangerous. And I see videos of people on their fucking fire escape and they're like, I look like Ryan Gosling. Go inside. Stop it. They're like, look, don't I look like I'm in a movie? You're in real life dying. Stop breathing. Okay? Stop. And then I saw people on the flip side who are like inside with 18 air purifiers, which I think it's a good idea. You got to stay safe. The air, it could get to you. And they're like, oh my God, I'm so nervous. And they're taking TikTok videos and they got their hand up by their face and they're holding a fucking elf bar. They're like, I can't imagine going outside right now. I wish you would. It's safer out there. They're like, oh my God. They like suck. They're like, oh my God. I can't believe I would never go outside. It's so dangerous. Listen, dude, probably safer out there. It's probably healthier for you. They're sucking down this. What do you think you're going to find something better at the bottom of that fucking elf bar? No, go outside. It's probably, the air out there is probably better. But the most ironic part about it is that I didn't see a damn thing about Canada. Everybody's like, oh my God, look at New York. How sad. And then somebody was like, what about Toronto? And they're like, what? Like, who? They're like, what about Quebec? What is that? Is that an STD? Like, what? Hold on. My dog's crying on the stairs. Sorry. I don't remember what I was saying. Sorry, my dog. He gets stuck on the stairs still because his legs never grew. It's kind of sad, honestly. It's not like, he just doesn't have like stubs, but like he has his legs are the same length, like the day we bought him. Like, like it's a little funny, but so sometimes he gets stuck on the stairs because they're too short. Anyway, sorry. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, New York. All I saw about this whole thing was about New York and about how terrible the air quality is and about how nobody gives a fuck. That's what I took from it. Nobody cared. Like, literally, you know what's so crazy is like, and like, this is what's so funny too, is that you have to make jokes about this. Because if we sat here and we were like, looked at what's really happening, right? You really get into the nitty-gritty of shit. It's not fun. And I think that's why we're so desensitized to it, because how the fuck can you look at everything and be, because like if you actually, imagine if you started caring severely, like really caring about every historical event that's happening, you wouldn't be able to sleep. You'd be on Twitter every 3 hours. You're like, oh my God, somebody else got shot. Oh my God, there's another wildfire. Oh my God, the ozone is collapsing. Oh my God, Putin just said he's going to blow nukes everywhere again. You would be exhausted. So I get it. I'm not saying it's like a bad thing, but I'm just saying, some of these people, they got to look in the mirror, right? They're like, oh my God, it's so dirty outside. What's in your hand? What's in your hand? Oh my God, I can't even walk outside and breathe. I can't even walk outside. The air, look at it, it's yellow. What do you think? Oh, so the fucking cotton candy pink air that you're breathing into your lungs through your fucking vape, that's good? Fuck, dude. But that's seriously, it's honestly, it's just showing, I feel like, how desensitized we've become. Because if you think about it, think about it. Really think about it. Back in 1950s or whatever, or no, after that, like Cold War, right? Cold War. Everybody every day was like, holy fucking shit. They were so nervous. They didn't know what was going to happen. The missile crisis and all this stuff is going on. Oh my God, are we going to have another world war? Freaking the fuck out. Every single day. You compare that to right now, we're basically in the same shit, except nobody gives a fuck because it's too much effort to give a fuck in a weird way. Like, think about it. If you got a message right now, notification on Twitter, Putin threatens nuclear war for the 3rd time this month, what do? I got work. Fuck him. What do? You go, cap. And you go to work. That's what you go, he's, nah, dude. There could be a fucking missile headed to your house. Like, literally, you see it in the sky. You got 30 seconds left. And you will go, fuck, dude. Are you sure? I don't know. That's what we would be doing. We would be gaslighting this thing until it fucking blew us up. We'd be looking in the sky and we'd be going, I don't know. I don't think that's big enough to kill it. I don't know, man. I don't know. Are you sure? I don't know. It looks like a hologram. Seriously. That's what would happen. I feel bad for the people in Canada, though, for real, man. I mean, it's like it used to be like any publicity is good publicity, right? Except like for the N-word and blackface. Like that's not good publicity, right? I mean, that's not a good thing to be doing to begin with, right? Well, I guess Canada actually did already do that. Their prime minister. He did the blackface thing, not the N-word thing. Well, he probably did both, You don't do blackface and then be like, no, N-word? No, I would never. Those don't go together. It's not like he was like, I did blackface, but whoever said I said the N-word, that is false. That is false. That is false accusations. Yeah, I did blackface, but I would never say the N-word. That's off. That is off. That's... You don't it's either both or none. You don't, you know what I'm saying? Oh, man. What was his name? Trudeau, right? That's his name, yeah. Prime Minister of Canada. So I guess you guys actually did both. You guys hit the trifecta, man. So this is nothing for you. That's why nobody's talking about it. They're like, yeah, Canada, the wildfire's on fire. But remember when they did blackface? Yeah. That's the only thing people remember. That's the only thing people remember, dude. You do blackface once, and everybody's like, they never forget it, They never forget it. I don't even know what I was doing. I feel bad for the people in Canada, seriously. All jokes aside, if you're in Canada, do not go outside, for real. Also, what's funny, too, is that when I looked at, the air quality yesterday, so I looked in New York, and it was 350, right? I think, so it's 500's the worst. 0 is you're living in a bubble, okay? Okay, so 0 is you are bubble boy. And 500 is you're getting lung cancer, probably. That's what I took away from it. So anyways, I see that New York's at like 350. And I'm like, oh, damn, that's That's bad. And then I looked at parts of Canada and they were like 550. And I was like, I didn't even know it went that high. And dude, and nobody gives a fuck. And nobody cares. I care, Canada. I care. And listen, you know what you should do to show that I care? You should share and you should copy link and you should send this episode to all your friends so that you get me higher on those fucking Canadian charts. I'm serious. Get me higher in those Canadian charts. I'm not fucking playing around. Woo! Dude, I am sticky right now, and I'm really itchy. Fuck, dude. I think there's like 800 milligrams of caffeine in there. Woo! Dude, this can't be safe. Fuck. I'm getting real itchy right now. Oh, that can't be good. I've never been this itchy before. Ugh, but it's like under my skin. Oh my God, that feels weird. All right, I'm going to try not to think about it. Okay. Let's move forward. All right, what else we got here? I don't even know what the hell I was going to talk about. Oh, one more thing about that is that I noticed that the people in like this whole New York thing or whatever, you know, the New Yorkers, or not even the New Yorkers, just people saying this. Like I saw people somehow, some way, don't even know how. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I don't know how that they even came to this conclusion, but I saw videos on TikTok, a couple, maybe like 2 or 3. But it popped up and they had some views on them of people being like, see, this is exactly my point. And this is why they can never take my gun. They can never take my AR. I was like, dude, in what world? The air quality goes bad and you're like, that's why I need my AR-15. What? I still, listen, if you want to know my stance on guns a little bit here, I am on the side where I'm like, hey, AR-15s, let's maybe get rid of those, right? Let's maybe throw them. Let's maybe get rid of them, you know? Do you need one? No. And then every time you say that to somebody who's like really into guns, they're like, what about, I need that shit for home invasion. Who's invading your home? An Apache helicopter? What? Who the fuck? If you need an AR-15, that's not home invasion. That is organized crime. That's not, dude. That's what? Then I saw one video of a dude. He's like, what if 20 people? He's like, well, what if there's 20 of them? Why the fuck would there be 20 of them? What the fuck? What do you have in your house? What? I mean, well, I need it. I need it in case there's like, a bunch of them. Who the fuck is coming over? What did you do? If there's 20 people showing up at your house, that's your fault. If there's a group of 20 people trying to rob you and or kidnap your family, that is your fault. I don't care. I don't care if that's victim blaming. That is on you. That is your fault. That is sure. 1 or 2 people who just so happen to come into your house and because they just decided that they wanted to rob your house, yeah, that's a home invasion. Sure, man. 10 or more, that is organized crime. They wrote a plan down. Okay? If they wrote a plan, they had a strategy. This was not like a in the moment thing. They have been planning this for months. If you need an AR, and also another thing is that people are also like, well, I need my AR-15 because what if the government comes and tries to take my guns? I need to protect myself. What do you think the government has? A pistol? What the fuck? They're going to stand outside your house and they're going to be like, sir, they're going to be out there with everything. Like, sir, we have, we have 3 fighter jets circling your perimeter. What are you going to do? Dude, it's like pellets. What are you going to do? Give it up. Give it up. Give it up. And then you won't have fucking, Reddit users fucking coming around being like, I hate everyone, So that's just, we need to stop that, right? That's what we need to stop. And so anyways, listen, I just thought it was funny that people saw like this climate crisis and they're like, well, that's why we need our guns. For what, dude? What the fuck are you talking about? What, are you going to put your Glock in your mouth and breathe through it? Still going to get lung cancer. I mean, I don't know what you want to do. What, are you going to use your magazine as a snorkel? Shit, dumbass. Fucking morons. Sorry. That's my stance, if you're curious. But you don't really need to know my stance if you listen, you know? I'm an open individual. I'm pretty much open to everything. Open to all kinds. By the way, happy Pride Month to all you fuckers out there who may be in that group. And if you're not in that group, happy Pride, you know? I'm matter of fact, such a big supporter of Pride. You know, Pride. What is Pride about? What's Pride? I think it's about taking pride in your work. I think it's about taking pride in your work. I think it's really about, you know, just taking pride in whatever you do. Whether you're a cashier, you work on some marketing team in some, you know, white collar office, or maybe you kill hookers for money, you know? And you just got to remember that you should need to take pride in your work, you know? Thank God that you're in such a lucrative business like, you know, killing hookers and stealing their money. And, you know, remember, be prideful for the hookers, because without them, how the fuck would you kill them and get their money? And that's, you know, so just take pride in your work. Take pride in your work, you know, whether that's being a garbage man, working construction, welding, or killing hookers for money, you know? Because it's such who's going to do it but you, right? Who's going to do it? Who's going to do it? Who's going to get dirty like that? Who's going to get gritty? You know, and just be prideful in your work. Because I know you talk down about it. You like to, you know, people ask you like, how's work? And you're like, well, you know, it's just a way to make ends meet, right? But don't talk like that. You love your work. You strategize, you know? These hookers, they're smart. You get around them, you corner them, and you kill them, and you steal their money, and it's impressive. You do it with no flaws. And I think you really need to take pride in that. And it's also it has something to do with the gays as well. No, I'm just kidding, obviously. It's big fan of the LGBTQ plus over here. Big fan of you guys. Such a big fan, by the way, I forgot to tell you. I'm coming out with limited edition Kickin' with Kaz merch. Now, you can't actually differentiate it between the regular merch that I used to sell. But the fun part about it is that it's triple the price, which makes it, and I'm selling it only for Pride Month. So the only way to differentiate is that you can't. But just know that when you buy it, right, you'll know. Right? You'll know. You'll be like, this is a Pride hoodie. You'll be like, this is a Pride hoodie. And that's why they're triple the price, right? So the only difference is that you get to pay $180 and I get to watch you do it, right? Because I'm an ally. So I'm going to make sure, listen, the link's going to be down below. And we're selling hoodies, T-shirts, everything, 3, 4, maybe even 5 times the price if I'm feeling like it. And there's nothing on it, no rainbows, no nothing. It's pride and spirit is what I like to call it. And it is going quick. They are going fast. People are loving them, and I encourage you to buy it. No, but that's what all these companies are doing, right? Yeah, don't buy any pride shit. Well, okay. Let me pause. Obviously, buy it if you want it, but just remember that if you wanted that same thing without a rainbow on it, it's probably a third of the price, because that's what these companies love to do this time of year, as they love to see a product, right? They love to see a group of people, a minority group of people, and go, how can we fuck them? That's what the companies love to do. They see a minority group of people who's just getting their footing in society and being accepted, and they go, how can we capitalize on them? I mean, with them. Right? That's what they do. They see a minority group of people who's just getting their footing in society, finally getting respected, finally not being marginalized, finally having a proper place in society. It's beautiful. And these companies go, how the fuck can we make money on it, though? How can we make money on it, though? How can we capitalize off of them? And that's what they're doing right now. Because that's what they love to do. But obviously, listen, if you want to buy some fried shit, buy it. Whatever. Fuck them, dude. I mean, you're a fucking capitalist. We're in a capitalist society. You know? What do you expect them to do? What do you expect them to do? I mean, they're just following the system, right? I guess. I don't know. I don't even remember what I was going to talk about this episode. But yeah, huge ally. Such a huge ally. I was out the other day and I let a gay man on roller skates fucking punt me in the groin. I actually, funny enough, I stood outside of a disco roller rink after it closed, and I let everybody just for free, every gay man that came out of there, just fucking let him wind up and punt me right in the cock just for being straight. It's beautiful, man. It's my way to give back, you know? It's how I give back. It's how I give back. I'll just stand outside somewhere. Sometimes I'm outside of a disco roller rink. Other times I'm really just anywhere, you know, where the gay man goes, I go. You know, I'll stand outside of gay bars. You know, I'll buy him a few drinks and then I'll let him just, you know, go nuts on my nuts, you know? Just go AWOL. Just go AWOL on my groin and just really get after it, get their anger out of society. Right? I'm like, listen, I'm a straight man. I'm like, look, I just go up to them and I'm like, pretend my nuts are the uncle that doesn't accept you, and they kick hard, man, and it hurts, but you know, it's just the only way I could show how I'm an ally, you know? It's just the only way that I could show my support, and I'll stand for it, dude. I'll do it every year. And I'll do it every year. Because that's how I show my support. That's how I show my support, man. Big fucking supporter. Massive supporter. And that's a true story. That's a true story, by the way. I did let a gay man kick me in the groin. And then to double it, right? Because I'm such a huge ally, then I make my way over to the softball field. And I let strong lesbian women just beat the shit out of me. Because I'm an ally. And that's what I let him take batting practice on me. You know? I let him throw pitches. I catch for him. They throw fast, dude. They're really fast. And it hurts my hand, but I'm in there, dude. I'm in there, man. And listen, by the way, and I'm not saying stereotypes. I'm not saying stereotypes are real, but, you know, I have yet to not find a lesbian on the softball field. That's right. That's it. And I've yet to not find a gay man in a roller skate disco place. And there's nothing wrong with that. I like both those things. I like rollerblading. I do. I enjoy it. It's cool. I like softball. I think it's a fun sport. I played 16-inch softball actually for a couple years with my buddies. I was a first baseman. Never dropped the ball. Never dropped a ball. Hand to God, never dropped a ball. Kidding. Maybe a couple here and there. But 99%, I'm like a glove, right? A metaphorical glove because you don't wear one at 16-inch. You grab with your hands. And so I was a phenomenal first baseman. I played 16-inch softball. And listen, I'm not saying stereotypes are real once again, but I'm just saying, listen, if you could find me a softball team that doesn't have one lesbian on it, I will give you $100. That's it. And that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying is I go there, I go to their practice, I let them beat the shit out of me because it's Pride Month, and then they drive, and then, you know, and then they drive away in their Subaru hatchback. And once again, not a stereotype. It's just, you know, find me somebody driving a Subaru hatchback that's not a lesbian woman. That's all I'm saying. And I love them. And I love them. And I love them for it. But I'm just saying, find me one that doesn't. That's all I'm saying. Literally all I'm saying. I'm not being stereotypical. It's not stereotypical if it's true. And it's not mean. I fucking love Subaru hatchbacks. They look great. It's a great car. It's very spacious. It's very practical. I don't know. If we're being frank right now, I don't know why more people don't have a Subaru hatchback. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Anyways, moving forward, I think we had some other things to talk about. My skin, I want to peel my skin off right now. I don't know if that's like the meds I'm taking or if that is the pre-workout. It might be a little bit of both, right? You know? Whoa. All right. Anyways, let's get into current events. New York, blah, blah, blah. I don't even remember what the fuck I wrote down. Oh, by the way, I was going to do questions this episode. Not anymore. Apparently Instagram did a new update where normally, like, if I asked questions, I would be able to look at it 24 hours later. Like, I would still be able to go back to that story. But instead, Instagram was like, hey, no. So I posted that story and I went to look at it today. And the questions weren't there. So, unfortunately, not going to be doing questions. Sorry. Anyways, current events. What's going on in current events? Let's see what is current and what is eventful and why are we going to look at it. Right? All right, dude. I'm sorry. I got to stand. I'm so sticky, icky, and gross right now. Wow, dude. Oh, my God. Holy shit. My ass has never sweat that much. That's got to be a medical condition. Actually, I do have a medical condition. And I'm actually, I'm out of the, okay, so I have a sweat. By the way, do I have pit stains right now? I might. If I have pit stains at any point in this moment, listen, you can't make fun of me because it's a medical, I have a medical condition. I have hyperhidrosis. So if you make fun of me, I'm literally going to cancel you. If you make fun of me, I literally could get you canceled. So don't make fun of me. But yeah, dude, that's why I'm sweating so much right now because the people at Walgreens, I'm sorry, we'll get into current events in a second, but I gotta let you know what's going on with my fucking life. And so this bitch at no, she's not a bitch. She was just doing her job, right? But the problem is that when she was doing her job, she did it wrong. And so my doctor sends in a script. I take glycopyrrolate. It's a hyperhidrosis medication. Makes me stop sweating so much. I still sweat the normal amount. It's just if I don't take it, my buns and my armpit, like you could do it. If I showed you my ass right now, it's like it would literally look like I just got out of the shower. Anyways, so my ass is very humid right now. It's like a fucking greenery near my anus right now. That's how it feels. That's how humid it is back there, dude. Honestly, if you check the humidity of my ass crack right now, it would be higher than Miami, Florida. It would be higher. My ass crack, the humidity of my ass crack is the perfect temperature for the Everglades. That's the humidity. That's what's going on in my ass crack right now. And so the lady at Walgreens, this is what happened, right? My doctor sends in the script, and what I am supposed to be taking is 3 pills, 3 glycopyrrolate pills. I take 3 in the morning and 3 before I go to bed. That's the max. That's the most they allow. That's what I take because that's the only thing that stops it. Eventually, I'm going to have to probably get like a surgery down the line. The only problem is the surgery is like $10,000, and I just really don't want to blow $10,000 right now. Okay, so I can't get the surgery to get the pores taken out or whatever the fuck they do, or the sweat glands. They take out the sweat glands in my armpit. I'm gonna have to eventually do it, but right now I can't. Okay, right now I will not. So I take the pills, and so it gets sent to Walgreens, and then Walgreens, they go, "Yep, we got it." And I saw the script. I saw what she wrote down because I handed it in. There's 3 pills morning, 3 pills at night. That's what I take. They give me 180 pills a month. I've never actually seen a bottle this large. I didn't even know they were allowed to give a bottle this large. And my dad is the one that ends up picking up the prescription. He just so happened to have to go to Walgreens for his. And I was like, hey, I have one there too. Can you pick it up for me? He goes, yeah, sure, no problem. So he goes there, he picks it up, brings it home. I don't read the bottle because I trust the fine people at Walgreens. I see that it says glycopyrrolate. I go, that's all I need to know. So I'm taking it, my normal dosage, for like a couple days. And I go, why the fuck is there nothing left? And I look at the bottle and it says 1, and apparently the dose they gave me was 1 in the morning and 1 at night. So now I'm calling Walgreens, and it's this whole thing. Now it's this whole thing. It's been like a week I haven't had the prescription because I call Walgreens, and I'm like, hey, I'm out. And they're like, what? What? Now they're writing down notes. They're like, is this guy addicted? They're right? Dude, they probably think I'm like fucking like eating these for snacks. They're like, how many are you taking? I go, 3 in the morning and 3 at night. And they're like, sir, don't do that. They're like, you're not supposed to be. I go, I am though. And then now I got to fucking 3-way these fuckers with my dermatologist. And I'm like, hey, can you tell them that they fucked up and that I'm not addicted to it? I'm like, right now Walgreens is like blocking any medication going in or out. Now Walgreens has got me on hold and they're like calling the authorities and they're like, do we have to, like, what's going on? Like, nobody's ever been addicted to sweating medication. we're almost positive you can't get addicted, but he's addicted. Now I'm calling my derm. I'm like, Walgreens thinks that I'm like throwing back glycopyrrolate like cocaine for some reason. Can you please call them and tell them that I have a sweating problem and that they fucked up? Now, finally, after a week, Walgreens has taken me off hold, and my prescription is actually, they said it'll be ready later today and I could go pick it up. But dude, they're like, I'm talking to the people at Walgreens, I'm talking to the pharmacist, like I'm wrong. Like I'm the one in the wrong. They're like, sure, but we just gave you this medication last week and that was a month's supply. I go, yeah, not for me. It wasn't, this isn't my fault. You're the one that fucked up. This is your fault, buddy. So that's what happened. So that's why I'm so sweaty right now. Okay? If you see that I'm sweaty, that's why I'm sweaty. Woo! Man. Dude, it feels good to be back, by the way. Oh my God, dude. It's like a waterfall back there. Sorry. It feels good to be back, though. I feel really good. All right, let's talk about current events. Okay, here's what's going on in current events. We're living in hell. But I got some news for you. It's funny. Usually, sometimes. Maybe not. Apple Vision Pro and... I'm gonna mush these together because they came out at the same time. Apple announces feature that will help identify if you're depressed. That we're gonna read both articles, but how funny is that? Well, it's not funny. Depression's not funny. It's sad, right? It's very sad, obviously. But yeah, apparently they'll be like, you could like fill out surveys to see whether you're depressed or stuff, and like. I mean, I think it's a great idea, but how fucking horrible would that notification be, right? You're like finally feeling better, and then your Apple Watch is like, I think you're sad. You get a notification on your Apple Watch like 3 p.m. They're like, you haven't got out of your bed today. Are you okay? Are you all right? Yeah. You seem a little depressed. You seem a little depressy. You seem a little sad. Are you sad? You seem a little sad, right? Oh my God. If you need Apple, if you need your iPhone to tell you that you're depressed, you already know. You knew. You just didn't want to accept it, right? Because like when I had my little, if you didn't know, I had a little mental breakdown last year, like severe manic, severely manic, panic attacks every hour. I had panic attack for 7 hours. If you listen, you know this. 7 hours in the middle of nowhere in Alabama, and I had to go to the hospital because I thought I was dying. This whole thing, and you know what really pushed me over the edge that day? After 7 hours of panic attacks, I just went in the ambulance, right? Because I thought I was dying. I didn't know what was happening. I didn't eat for a whole week. If I was in that hospital bed, finally calming down after they gave me 24 Xanax, and then all of a sudden my watch goes, "Hey, we think you might be a little nervous right now." I would have fucking started sprinting around the hospital screaming, and they would have had to put a straitjacket on me. I mean, that would have been my last straw. That would have been my last fucking straw. That would have been my last straw, is if I went through all that shit. My mom's calling me because she's freaking out. She's like, I'm going to fly to Alabama. You clearly can't make it home alone, right? Everybody's freaking out. And then I get a notification on my Apple Watch, and they're like, on a scale of 1 to 10, where's your anxiety right now? On a scale of 1 to 10. I just get a notification. We noticed that your resting heart rate for the day has been 140. Do you feel anxious? Do you feel anxious? Yeah, you do? Okay. Oh my God. Whew. That'd be good, man. That would have, honestly, I don't know if that would have made me laugh hysterically because I wouldn't be able to believe it, or if I would have just went like totally insane in the middle of the airport. It would have been, or in the middle of the hospital. It would have been one of the two. But either way, it would have been great, right? It would have been a story to tell. But yeah, anyways, Apple, that's not really what we came here to talk about. What we're here to talk about is the Apple Vision Pro. If you didn't see it, it's Apple's $3,500 AR headset / glasses thing. The reason it's $3,500 is because it's not for the poor. It's basically. I mean, that's. You know. I mean, they're letting you know. They're letting you know. They're letting you know. They are letting you know that this is not. Listen, if you right. And honestly, in a weird way, I'm happy that Apple's going balls to the wall. I'm happy that they're not doing like the like mid-level, like it's kind of shitty type thing. No, dude, if you're going to shoot me into the future and make me a little scared about it, I want to be horrified. And Apple did just that. They released this on the same day that New York and Canada were having a climate crisis. They could have asked for better marketing. Sick. I know. Sick. I get it. But they could not have asked for better marketing. Right? They're like showing you how amazing it is. They're like, you never have to leave your house for anything again. And then they're like, as a matter of fact, if you're in New York, look outside. I don't think you can now. They're like, actually, look outside. Right? Now Apple's just, they're like, listen, you might not be able to go outside in like 3 years. So you might as well buy these. You might as well make inside feel out. We can make inside feel like outside. Yeah. We can make inside feel like outside. So I would buy it if I were you. I would buy it. So it's the Apple Vision Pro. It's very futuristic. It's kind of, it looks like they released basically the Black Mirror starter pack. The Black Mirror starter pack is $3,500 Apple AR headset mixed with you paying $3,500 for a shoebox to live in a shoebox in New York City while you can't even step outside without getting lung cancer. That's the Black Mirror starter pack that they're releasing. I encourage you to watch like the demo. It looks sick as hell. It's like literally like you pinch. It's not like, you know how like the MetaQuest thing is like you have to have like these like controllers in your hands and you feel like a fucking dork. Apple, you just strap this shit on and you just use your fucking fingers. You just like throw shit around like you're Iron Man and you tap in the air like it's right in front of you. It's honestly, it's extremely impressive. I mean, imagine like in 10 years, dude, it's going to be like, you're going to be like wearing a contacts. You're going to be like wearing contacts and you're just going to be like having a FaceTime call. It's cool, man, but first and foremost, I hate to say it, but fuck do I want it. I want it so fucking bad because all I'm thinking about is if they could find a way for me to somehow edit with this, if I could edit just with my hands, dude, oh my God, that strokes my ADHD so fucking hard. If I could if I could do shit with just my hands, like be able to cut, paste, like cut, add effects, zoom in, zoom out, keyframe. If I could eventually do all that with just in front of me, dude, that will be the greatest shit. I will be so fucking happy. Now, I don't think that it's there yet, but I kind of I'm excited for where this is going to go and where this is possibly, because I'm already thinking about all the creative things that I could create with this shit and all the different creative things that I'm going to be able to do with this type of technology. And honestly, I'm excited for it, but I just don't know if it's there yet, but that's kind of why I want it. But anyways, let's talk about it a little more. As rumored, it does feature a separate battery pack because it only lasts, I believe, 2 hours without the battery pack, which is, not great, but I mean, the battery pack's a small thing. And it's controlled with eyes, hands, and voice. Let me say that again for you. It's controlled with eyes, hands, and voice. Vision Pro is positioned as primarily an AR device, but it can switch between augmented and virtual reality using it. Yeah, this is the craziest shit, is that I watched the demo, if somebody walks up to you, the camera's on it, notice that somebody's in front of you, and then it clears it out, and it shows your eyes through it. And it shows the other person like you're looking directly at them through your eyes, but you also have like your emails and your messages over here and possibly some web browsers open, and you have all that open, and you're like, oh, I'm sorry, were you crazy? Fucking crazy. The device is controller free, and you browse rows of app icons in an operating system called Vision OS by looking at them. You can tap to select, flick to scroll. You can also give voice commands. And Apple says hundreds of thousands of familiar iPhone and iPad apps will automatically work that way. Wait, and lets you connect your Mac to use inside the headset? Wait, I could literally edit through this thing? Oh my God. Dude, my accountant is going to kill me. Dude, I'm gonna buy it and get a call within 30 minutes. Be like, what the fuck? He's gonna be like, what did you? I'm gonna be like, it's a write-off. He's like, no, it isn't. That's definitely, it would be a write-off though if I use it to edit. Dude, what? Fuck. I could connect my Mac. Oh no, they shouldn't have told me that. They should not have told me. They should not have told me that. Okay, I was going to make a point where this is so futuristic and horrifying, but I'm so excited. Holy fuck, dude. Wow. I love when Apple comes out with shit I don't need and then I buy it. That is my favorite. I hate to say it, but fuck is that my favorite time of the year. I love when Apple fucking drops shit. This Apple Watch Ultra. Now, to be fair, they've made a lot of updates to this as it, like when it first came out, did I really need it? No. Now, that thing has actually become very useful. I love how much bigger it is, blah, 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 blah. This is one of the very few Apple purchases where I bought an insanely expensive shit that they made, and it's actually worth it. The iPhone, a new iPhone, not as worth it. Not as worth it. Hold on 1 second, my dog's barking. Coda! Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! You're killing the vibe, brother. You are killing the vibe. Thank you. Don't you fucking growl it. Don't growl at me like that. I know what he's saying, too. When he growls like that, I know he's being like, why don't you go fuck yourself? That's what he's saying. I know I don't speak dog, but if I did, that's what he's fucking saying. I know it is. He's doing that little, where he shows me his teeth like he's 30 pounds. Like I'm scared of his ass. That's what he does, man. He's such a baby, too. My dog, dude, I swear, our old dog that we had, if somebody tried to break in, he would be like he would get angry at him if he didn't know him. This prick, dude, somebody broke in, he'd probably be like, holy shit. If somebody broke in, he would be like, why is everybody screaming? These guys seem cool. He would not. He'd fucking roll over. If there was an intruder, he would roll over and be like, listen, if you're gonna shoot, at least give me a belly rub. Listen, if you're gonna steal the TV, at least give a guy a belly rub. That's what he would do. I'm serious. That's how he would act. Oh, all right. Anyways, listen. Thank you so much for listening. Thanks for listening to the show. Rate, review, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, comment, like, share, send it to your grandma, send it to your Mima, send it to everybody. Let them know Kaz is back, Kaz is here, and Kaz is here to stay. We end every episode like we always do with 2 claps and Ric Flair, so can I get 2 claps and a Ric Flair? Woo! See you next week.